Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's February 23rd. This is the 16th episode of what may be the greatest show on earth about risk. That's a forward-looking comment, and of course, we don't guarantee that. Just like we don't guarantee the program, we don't make any recommendations. I am long Bitcoin, and I'm feeling the pain.
Absolutely. But, I wanted to get to something a little bit more important. Every day is not guaranteed in your life, and I'm reading some breaking news.
Let's go to the screen, Brett, on our man Tiger Woods. Let's see here. So he's in a car crash in L.A., extracted with the jaws of life. Why don't you take us through it,
Yeah, apparently it was a single car accident. He was going the wrong way at a high rate of speed. It was during the day is what I'm reading. And the EMTs used the jaws of life to extract Tiger, took him to the hospital, and I believe he's having leg surgery. If he hasn't already had it, he's having it now. So that's where they're at.
What do you get legs? What could be the injuries for leg surgery? Trapped under, in the car kind of thing?
Yeah,
if smashed leg.
Yeah, it looks like the entire engine was extracted from the vehicle. It's
laying
there.
Brett, are we on that picture right now? You can see there in the right-hand column, it looks like the engine's sitting there, right?
Yeah, it looks like the entire front of the car was just pushed in, so that would cause some definitely concern for the lower limbs.
Wow. Everything in life has a risk, as they say, right? What does risk on mean to you? There you go, Tiger. Wrong way in a SUV, going pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
I don't think he'll. The chances of him playing the Masters now.
That probably means that we're not going to be. We're not going to see him in the Masters. I don't think.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to be recovering not only the back now, but his entire lower body.
Right. Exactly.
So.
Yeah. So that sucks for Tiger.
Yeah.
No Masters. Of course, we go automatically to what's in it for us, which is him at the Masters. Sorry, we're greedy, but I'm glad he's okay. When I first saw it, I thought, "Wow, hope he's not dead."
Yeah, immediately I thought about the Kobe Bryant situation. Where you did this unexpected. You look on Twitter and you see, Kobe Bryant has passed away, and you think it's a joke. Well, now I see this and I'm like, wow.
The funny part about Tiger is I saw him with his kids a couple weeks ago, and he really does seem to love his kids. And was that him playing with his son? Remember he played that round with his son?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was incredible. Right. Really, it's remarkable to watch his son play. So
yeah, he when I used to live in West Palm Beach, I was in Jupiter, and he has a restaurant there called The Woods, and he was there quite often. He lived in Jupiter Island, so I actually saw him at his restaurant.
Tiger Woods has a restaurant called The Woods?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what the hell? I didn't know that.
Yep. In fact, he met his. The bar manager there, restaurant manager, is who he was dating. I haven't caught up to that now. I don't know if they're still dating, but yeah, true story.
Wow.
Yep.
I liked his first wife.
Yeah.
Come on, Tiger. What the heck? All right. Well, this sucks, and it'll be somber here. That leads into, I had a great day trading, but I had a terrible day because I started off at 1 a.m. with a text from you.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, Riot's down 10 or 12. I'm like, 53 cents looks like a good entrance here.
Yep.
And wow, was that I bought 2,000 Riot at 45, and I sold it at 50. So, but I was already long Riot in another account, and so boy, did I take a beating today in that thing.
The entire market was nothing but a falling knife. You could try to catch it, and it would just end up stabbing.
And even
you.
though the Dow recovered from its lows, for full disclosure, let me give you what I traded today that I bought and sold. I bought 2,000 Riot at 45.87. I sold it at 50.65. I bought 1,000 of that QS. What do they call it? QuantumScape.
Yep.
At
52.25,
and I sold it for 56.55. I bought some Palantir. I traded that for $1. I bought 30,000 of this TRXC at 442, sold it at 462, and then of course I covered. I was long a short position, the SQQs.
Yep.
When the Nasdaq was down 300, I covered half my position, so that was a nice trade. But I look at the market today, and I think this is one of the rare days that every single holding I had long, for me, was down on the day. Right, RELI, QS, EH, Palantir, Riot, XNET, DSS, Watt, EBON.
Everything.
Everything was down. It was like but this happens. You can't have trees don't grow to the sky, and you got to remember that when you carry stuff overnight and you're long stuff,
Yep.
you get on the wrong side of the market. Market's about 80% of your move is going to be the market move.
Yeah.
And but talk about horses. Workhorse.
Workhorse got worked.
They rode that horse, and what they say, they left it out wet or something like that. Ride it hard, left it wet. It was all disaster. I mean, I think it was down 52%. What's the story with Workhorse?
56%, halted 4 times. Like a couple hours ago, it was just a bloodbath. It actually was down 56%. They were the news was they did not get the USPS contract for the electric vehicle package cars. It was awarded to OSK, Oshkosh. It was a 10-year contract, and that's for the new generation delivery vehicles from the USPS. So that thing obviously tanked immediately.
I couldn't help myself. At 15, I bought 1,000 shares and sold it just around 17. That whole trade lasted about 8 seconds.
You nailed the exact dead cat.
Yeah,
bounce.
only on 1,000 shares.
Yeah.
Though. I couldn't help myself, like addicted, right? I will tell you, the market to me, I could not sleep. I'm like tired right now. The market to me felt heavy the moment the extended hours opened.
So your eyes were heavy. The market was heavy.
Oh, it was brutal, and I kept waking up thinking, "Oh, please get a little better." It was so ugly.
I was up the whole time.
At one point, the tape was terrible in the morning.
Yeah.
Every single name was down it was really heavy tape, and I was like, and I called George, one of the traders I use, and I said, "Get long Riot, get long QS," because it was all like. In my interactive account, I was all kind of felt like limit down, even though there's no limit down.
Right.
And so I just figured, okay, let me give some to him to trade.
Right.
And Riot was at 45, and I said, okay, I'm going to buy some Riot.
Yeah.
Because it was down 18 or 19 at that point.
Yep.
And I was like, it was brutal today. And I got to tell you, if you weren't brutalized, and what was worse is that the NASDAQ recovered to only being down 67, but it felt like we were down 150, 200.
It felt like we were down it felt like the Dow was down 600 or 700.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't.
No, it was a 360 point swing total.
So I can kind of feel this heaviness on the market, and I'm curious as to what you think out there.
Well,
what looks risk on? GE was up, right?
GE was up.
Ooh, GE.
I mean, even my silver and gold stuff was down.
Yeah, ultimately.
Dude, there was 25% haircuts everywhere. Silver and gold were down 10%.
This is called a risk off day.
Yes.
And it was full risk off. I mean, people were selling like crazy. No matter what good news was out there.
I didn't trade a single share.
QuantumScape was down 961 that I could see. Riot ended up down around $14 or $15. Palantir, which I bought some this morning, I think was below 25 at one point.
Yeah. I think Kathy
was she talking it up a little bit?
Yeah, I think she bought
talking her book.
She bought the dip.
Yeah. I got to tell you, it was and I feel like I'm lingering on about it, but it was a brutal day. Even right now, after I sold it at 17, Workhorse is down 49.52%. And $15.52. It's trading around $15.81. You got slaughtered if you were long with Workhorse.
Destroyed.
I mean, half your money's gone in that name.
It kind of reminded me of last week, I think it was, when Tilray lost half of its...
In one day.
One day. Yep.
If that's not risk on, I don't know what is.
I mean...
If you were long... And yesterday, what about Lucid Motors?
Yep.
They announced a deal. The thing gets whacked. What happened to that today?
I mean, it was CCIV, the SPAC, and it brought down all the other SPACs. They let
me look at that.
The deal was overvalued. I mean,
well, I think it was leaked too.
Yeah,
right?
It was leaked also, and the leak led to a big run up, a FOMO.
Yeah, I saw SPAC Jesus talking about that.
Yeah, pull up CCIV.
CCIV. I'm going to pull it up right now. Let's see. Brett, let's bring that up on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Let's take a look at this thing. Remember, I thought it might go into the 20s. It didn't get that bad.
Yeah.
What did it hit, 30? I think it hit 30.
Oh, Lord.
It was 50. Let's look at the...
3150?
Yeah, look at the 1 month. Pull it out a little bit. Let's look at the 1 month. Didn't it hit 58?
Oh, you got your...
Yeah, wrecked.
What does this mean?
As the young kids say, REKT, wrecked. So
what this means to me is, 32 years of doing this, is that you got to be careful while you're long stuff.
Yeah. For sure.
A couple days ago I was ridiculed about GE, but there are times when you got to put risk on into things that have a long history and have sales and cash flow. This was speculation. You're buying on the speculation that Churchill was going to merge with Lucid Motors, and then they announced the merger and it's way down in the hole.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the deal was leaked, like you said, and it did run up to 58. The deal actually itself was, I think the pipe and the valuation were about
15,
twice.
Right?
Yeah, it was about twice as much. It was probably 50% less than what was being reported. So that's what happened. I mean, it was the share price came back down to earth based on the actual deal. 11.75 billion, 2 billion in cash, and I believe it was 2.5 billion in the pipe. So yeah, it was. Now we're looking at $35. I mean, what are you going to do with this thing?
I'm not trading it. Hey, Jason, you know what I'm excited about? We got to tell the audience. I'm thrilled to announce that Risk On is going to be expanding to broadcast radio. If you're in Los Angeles or Orange County, you can catch the premiere of Risk On this Sunday at 10 a.m. on the Patriot KEIB.
The KEIB,
yeah, AM 1150.
That's a huge market. How did we get that?
I don't know. I just got to know somebody, I guess. I don't know. Or you pay them, or they pay you, or you kiss someone's butt. One of the two.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
You should be happy. That's like right there with Sean Hannity.
Dude, that's incredible. Like Orange County.
Rush Limbaugh used to be on there.
Yeah, R.I.P. Rush. Hannity. Maybe
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Yep.
Dave Ramsey would not like our show. He would not like me. What's up, Dave Ramsey?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like us.
I know one person that likes us. I don't know if you checked out the show.
Who?
The poster, JDW.
Did you pay him, by the way?
I did not Venmo him.
You sure you Venmo him?
No, I did not.
We have one guy likes us.
Hey,
I actually see some people on there that were making some nice comments.
Yeah, so he talked about. He said it's the only show about investing that he looks forward to watching. I mean, wow. I really didn't pay him. He talked about GE and how you brought it up.
Yeah, GE. I think GE is recovering nicely. And ironically, the Ault thing was on. But let's get. Yeah. Did we cover the Dow for sure?
No, we didn't even go through the numbers.
Yeah, let's go through the numbers real quick.
So the Dow did experience a 360-point swing. It actually came back to green, finished up 13 points, 31,535. The NASDAQ was down 67. Ugh. It could have been a lot worse. I mean, it was worse intraday. The S&P was up 5 points. Gold, we got to get into this. We got to get into the Fed, Jerome Powell speaking. We got to get into consumer confidence. We got to get into some of this stuff. But based on that information, we will get into that. Gold should have been up today, in my opinion. Gold was down $3.50, and silver was down 36 cents. I think we're going to see gold and silver make their moves after the stimulus is passed. Look for that. That should be in the next couple of days. Copper up again, $4.22. It's almost at an all-time high since they've been tracking it. Copper's huge in the plans for what we have.
Interesting story. You ever seen Fox and the Hound?
No.
There's a Todd and copper in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was younger, I wanted a McCaw, and so I got a 6-week-old green wing McCaw. Ironically, by the way, a green wing McCaw is red, but it has green in its wing. There's a little macaw, and I had to hand feed it. And someone said to me, "You should name it Copper." Todd and Copper.
Right.
And so this bird grew to be like gigantic, and you could hear it down where I lived, Carmania. You could hear it go, "Copper!" It would scream its name, "Copper!" like crazy, "Copper!" And so I taught it to say its name. And my mom hated the damn thing. It was so loud and threw shit everywhere, all of its seeds and peanuts and stuff like that. Anyways, I love copper. Sorry about that.
Well, do you like oil? Because oil was up again.
I never had anything named oil. Anyways, I digress. That puts me in a better mood thinking of copper.
Yeah, copper.
It could still be alive. Those birds lived like to be 90 years old.
Yeah. So you're like the father. You were like the father of copper.
Let me tell you,
mother of dragons, father of copper.
Yeah, exactly. You know that I actually used to hand feed it. I would take the the biscuits, and I'd blend it up, and it would be in like a cream, and I'd have to put it in its beak, and it go. It would eat all the. It's crazy.
And you never got snipered? Like, you still have all your digits?
I did, dude. I actually had a African gray at one time,
right?
A double yellow nape, a yellow nape Amazon.
Wow.
I had of course, a green wing macaw. Yeah, and I had a. Did I say African gray?
Yeah.
See, I'm even losing my mind.
Hey, so did you see what Bitcoin was at now? I think I had
Oh God, do I want
48.1 I saw.
My problem is not that I think Bitcoin should have pulled back. My problem is Elon Musk. I don't understand what the variable is. By the way, he is no longer the richest man in the world anymore.
He lost like
$15 billion because he opened his mouth.
Right, basically.
Elon, please. Some of us care about $15 billion. Yeah. You don't, I do.
Yeah.
What the heck? Anyways, I actually think this is a momentary lapse. Listen, this is just my opinion. And don't trade off of what I do. Because today, although I did do some short-term trading, I got my ass whipped into shape today.
Yeah.
I woke up to a beating, as they say. But of course, I was up a lot already for the year.
Yeah.
So this is God's way of teaching me a lesson that don't get too cocky.
Yeah, greed kills.
Oh, I wasn't greedy.
Well, I mean, you have a green day every day. We can't have that.
I expect a green day every day, and I was mad that I didn't have a green day.
Well, there you go. So we got humbled.
Yeah, humbled today.
It's good.
So you covered the market a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we want to talk about.
I know that Josh wants us to be more structured.
Yep.
So we need to be more structured.
Josh is our producer, by the way.
One of the producers.
Yeah.
So Skyla.
Yeah.
Right. Let's not forget that. She's the better looking one.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that politically correct? Sorry.
Well, Josh is a good looking dude, though.
He is. He's got like he's Norwegian, I think.
He's got that faux hawk going.
No. He's actually like a Viking. Like he's actually like got a chiseled face.
Yeah.
He's like from Norway, I believe. Or Scandinavia.
Yeah, Northern Europe.
He's got a strong jawline.
You know, Northern Europeans are supposed to be.
Speaking of Josh, you should see his sister.
Oh, yeah?
I knew her. Oh, my God. She's so pretty.
Todd, calm down, man.
You cannot believe how pretty his sister is.
That's risk on. You got to get off
You cannot. I'm just telling you for the record.
All right.
You know, and I know she's married and you're out there. She is beautiful. Okay. Let's move on.
Good.
Sorry about that. She was on my board. That's why I get to say that, because I know her personally.
Okay, gotcha.
I was a little afraid of her, but that's okay.
Gotcha.
All right. What do we got to cover right now?
Well, I mean, I was going to talk about how the Fed Chair Powell spoke about.
Let's talk about Powell. This is risk on. And you know, Jason, you were right. I was wrong. You were more worried about what Powell was going to say. I think we rallied back because of him.
Yeah.
So we got to pay more attention to Jason, because I just blew him off yesterday and said, Powell, who cares? But apparently the market did. Well,
the consumer confidence index was decent. It came in slightly above where the street thought it would. And that actually came out at the same time Powell was speaking. And, Powell was talking about basically how the stimulus is going to continue. It's going to be quantitative easing for life. No, I'm kidding. Well, not really. So what happened was during the COVID pandemic, we lost so many jobs. And, a lot of those jobs aren't coming back. I mean, look at what happened in the service industry, bars, restaurants.
Gone.
You talk about red days. They're just massacred. So they're never coming back. We immediately saw the loss of tens of thousands of good-paying oil jobs immediately, and those jobs are supposed to transition to green energy jobs. I don't know how that's going to work out, so you had to consider that. The Keystone Pipeline was one of the things that was cut right away. So Powell was talking about inflation and a long way away from the Fed's goal. He basically said he wasn't as concerned about inflation, and we will, however, not be able to raise rates anytime soon. So the Fed funds rates will stay close to zero. So that's going to enable people to keep purchasing homes. The Fed funds rate, everybody, if you don't know what that is, that's the rate that the Fed loans money to the banks, for those of you that did not know that. So then the bank will loan you money. So if they're getting cheap money, you can
check out Wall Street Words and find that out. It's on this channel, actually.
Yeah, good point.
If you look at Wall Street Words, I give definitions every day. Yep. Always great things happening here.
Yeah. So I do know, though, the home builders.
That was funny. You could smile over there. I saw that. You didn't think that was funny?
What, the producer?
No, I said always great things happening here. That's one of our taglines.
Yeah, I mean, Wall Street Words is awesome. They're just quick hitters.
I don't write them myself.
I mean, the producer should like them. They're quick hitters.
No, but that was funny. Let's continue. Sorry, Powell.
Anyway, Powell. So basically, we're just going to keep printing money if you just want to know what's going to happen. So after this 1.9 trillion is passed, there are talks about an additional 2 to 3 trillion of more stimulus, as they call it. So
they are going to print money.
Yeah. That's a case for Bitcoin, gold, and silver, guys and girls. Just saying.
Apparently, I need some motivation.
What kind of motivation?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe we should just start. You know what I want to do?
What?
Because you've never really held gold and silver in your hands. Maybe we should get some, and maybe we could give a little bit away.
By the way, we're going to be on the radio this Sunday. Tell me the details of the radio show again. Risk On is going to be on Sundays on the radio in Los Angeles and Orange County. It'll be broadcast Los Angeles and Orange County. Catch us. The premiere Risk On is this Sunday at 10 a.m. on the Patriot, KEIB, AM 1150. I actually feel like an announcer now.
Are we not going to be on the Sirius XM?
I thought we were on 1 o'clock, but I guess we're on 10.
10 o'clock Pacific time, Mr. Producer?
Oh, next time it'll be. Okay, great. That's the premiere. I'll be listening. Will you be?
I think I'll be there.
You'll be on the radio.
Yeah. So, but I thought we were going to be on the Sirius XM.
Can you this is the 16th episode. We might need to take a little baby step. Skyla is just not working fast enough to get us on great programs.
Hey, listen, this is a good start for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So what I was getting at is silver and gold, like that, to touch it and hold it. It motivates me. Maybe we should get some. Maybe we should give a little bit away to the viewers. 1 ounce silver round.
I just realized that Brett looks like Burl Ives a little bit. You know what I'm talking about, right? Silver and gold, silver and gold. I just you said that. I was thinking of is that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Wasn't he in that show?
I don't know anything about it.
You know, remember he was like the snowman, right? On the Land of Misfit Toys. Was that not true? Burl Ives, right? So people are like, who the hell's Burl Ives and what the hell is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
No idea. I know Rudolph.
You know Rudolph, right?
Yeah.
And the other reindeer?
Yeah.
This is a variety show. See, when things suck, you can just go back to other things. Like when you're having a down day, like this is a risk-off day.
Yeah.
But actually, it was still a great day. There's a lot of positive things that happened today in the market, in my business, in our business.
Yeah.
But
you were just kind of Debbie Downer.
I got a whipping today.
Man, yeah, of course. But you know what?
Wow.
I think
usually I got to pay for whipping like that. Just kidding. See, everyone thought that was funny. Let's talk stocks.
Let's talk a little bit about the SPY.
The SPY is the S&P 500 index. Is that the spiders?
I want to talk a little bit about how it correlates to the overall market trends and how you can look for trades and entries on specific targeted stocks based on the SPY movement and based on the relative strength index of both the SPY and the targeted ticker. For example,
it sounded like to me all that you described, you had to have like a degree from MIT to understand that.
No, not at all.
Walk me through it, because
I
don't know what you're talking about.
Well, do me a favor.
Sure.
Can you pull up the SPY?
I will. SPY.
Thank you.
Let me pull it up.
We're going to get better at this,
Better at what?
At transitioning.
We're great.
I'm not that kind of transitioning. I'm not going to do that. But,
You can be who you want to be.
Yeah, I know. Who
do you identify as?
I can identify as this piece of paper.
Do you identify as a Major League Baseball player? You can be that.
I want to damn do that, yeah.
Can we go to the screen real quick?
So
the SPY is the Spider 500 S&P 500 Trust ETF. Wow, it's at 387.50.
Yeah, but look at the 5-year.
Wow.
Just give it a little bit of backstory.
Let's look at a little backstory.
Yeah, look at that. Right?
Toledo.
So,
God, I remember when this index was much lower.
If you guys and gals don't know what this is or whatever you identify as, so let me give you a little bit of the SPY allocation for those who don't know the top 10 of the actual stocks that comprise the SPY. So I'm going to list them real quick for you guys. If you want to get a pen or a pencil or whatever you got. Apple, 6.7% is part of the SPY. Microsoft is 5.31. Amazon is 4.39. Facebook is around 2%. Alphabet's 1.61. And you have Berkshire Hathaway, J&J, and JP Morgan. Those are the top 10 that are comprised of that comprise the SPY.
I wonder if they made they had to make an exception because Berkshire Hathaway has B shares.
Right.
They didn't used to let those in the index. They obviously made an exception.
Yeah, that's
Warren Buffett gets a lot of exceptions. You know that he was actually married and had a girlfriend at the same time?
he still has the same house in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah, he bought it for $36,000 in 1956 or 58.
Yeah,
But no one's counting. Exactly
I think he drives like a 10-year-old car.
No, he gets a new Cadillac
Does
every
he?
so often. He
Okay.
does get a new Cadillac.
Okay, well that's good.
Don't kid yourself. And he did have that Laguna Beach house that Susie, his first wife, wanted him to buy.
Right.
He sold it like for $11 million recently, last couple of years. But he only bought it for $150,000 in the 60s.
You know what kind of confused me? He recently sold off his entire Barrett Gold position. I
think that's Todd or Ted, the two guys that work for him.
Okay.
I don't think he bought Barrett Gold.
Okay.
He doesn't like gold. He says it doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
It's
but
not like a farm where he gets some corn every year and he can sell it.
you would have liked gold today.
Yeah, he doesn't like gold.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he doesn't like.
Accordingly, by the way, hey, listen. If you like this show, can you please subscribe? We have like 20,000 subscribers, and like half of those people I know, and so those don't count. So I need you to subscribe.
Listen, I know we have some haters out there that gives us the thumbs down. Can
Who
we
hates us?
I don't know. There's always some trolls that seem to
No,
thumbs
they
down
hate me,
us.
not you.
Okay.
Right.
Well, can we get some thumbs up?
I need thumbs up. You can thumbs down, Jason.
All right, that's fair.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll balance it out.
Yeah, it'll like nice even.
Okay.
The algorithm will be all screwed up in Google.
You can ring the bell too if you want to be notified when we actually have a show.
When the show launches?
Yeah.
It's going to get better, I promise.
Yeah, it will.
Right.
We're going to do a lot of stuff. We're not just going to sit here in this boring office. There's going to be times where we might go out in Las Vegas.
I heard you're going to wear a hat, and when you play poker, we're going to be able to watch your hands. Is that true?
We might be able to do something like that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you got all that plexiglass around now. Poker is like a game for socialization. Getting to know the person is important in the psychology of the game. If you know somebody that's having rough times or might be gambling their rent money at the tables, you can exploit that. You can take advantage of that. So getting to know your opponents is very key. But when we're wearing these diapers on our faces and then you're surrounded by plexiglass, it's really tough to interact.
Political commentary?
No, I'm just stating facts.
Well, do you have an OnlyFans account?
No, I don't have one of those.
I was thinking about getting one.
Yeah, what were you gonna do?
Like they call me a bear or something like that.
You're gonna bring birds in there too?
What? I'm not going there. We're way off topic.
Okay, Birdman.
No, forget it. I'm married. I'm joking.
Anyway,
I want to talk about stocks because today, not only did Bitcoin get crushed,
yep,
but some of the EV stocks got smoked. You got Workhorse. You got Blink down a ton.
Plug Power is, it's still in the 50s, I think.
They whipped these guys' ass today.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla is tied to Bitcoin now because Elon has decided to make his stand.
So is Tesla a Bitcoin stock or an EV stock? Or a solar stock?
There was a story about
what
Tesla being tied to Bitcoin. Daniel Ives is an analyst at
Wedbush.
Yeah, Wedbush. He actually had a story about
what did he say?
Tesla being tied to Bitcoin.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
I happen to be in EV and Bitcoin. Oh, ass kicking.
Absolutely.
Wow.
But I think there are better times are ahead of us.
What do you want to be long right now?
If I was going to start a position right now, I would be long. Actually, Riot's actually a decent long. Riot.
Tesla's only down $1.70, $1.75, $1.61. Look at that.
Yeah,
it's actually recovered nicely. People, this is the most relentless stock in the world. Tesla.
It really is.
Riot's back to 51, close to 51.
I like Riot on the reversal. Obviously I like AG. I like silver and gold, obviously, just because they're steady. I mean, you can't have 100% of your portfolio high variance risk on. You just can't go all in with this crazy stuff because look what happened today. I mean, we were looking for any potential trades where we could just trade out of our redness from our core group of stocks. And you did. You found, a few spots where you did that.
Yeah, but volatility trading. So when you trade, the funny part about making money when trading is you look for volatility, right?
Right.
But in investing, you'd like it to just be up and to the right slowly.
Right.
With little pullbacks. But when you're trading volatility and then you're long the names you're trading, oh, God.
I like, as a long, for example, you could take a look at, I'm not recommending it, but FNF, Fidelity National Financial. It's a title company. It's a holding company.
Been around a long time.
Yeah, they have earnings. Earnings are Thursday. So I really try not to hold any stocks through earnings. We did recently with IVR. It was a small gainer. But I would take a deep dive into FNF and see what they're all about. They recently had an acquisition of a little bit smaller company that does the same thing they do. So they've been around a long time. They're good at what they do. So that's a divvy stock, and it's very capable divvy stock. And
They title insurance? Is that what you said?
Mhm.
Yeah. They've been around a long time.
Yeah, FNF. Take a look at it. I'm not recommending it. Just take a look at it.
I am not a fan right now. I'm long a couple things, but I'm just the market feels a little heavy to me. The little bit of volatility. I saw this Workhorse thing get slaughtered today. I saw was it called Churchill?
Yeah, it was CCIV.
CCIV. And so to watch those get crushed like that, I thought, well, I'm starting to teach a few people lessons, right?
You know what else got crushed that we
What?
have? Watt. WATT.
Oh, God.
That was another one.
Yeah, painful.
Also, every week, if you go to econoday.com, they have the weekly calendar of economic data and key elements of the economy that report. Like, for example, Thursdays, they always report the jobless claims.
Uh-huh.
So you can always build a strategy around what's going to happen as far as the reporting data each day. So that's a good resource to use. You can use that and plan out your days. Like, for example, if you think the jobless claims are going to come in really high this week, whereas not quite as many people will be back into the workforce, then you could possibly hedge and look at like gold and silver and crypto, because that's going to be a positive effect on those tickers and those industries. Whereas if jobless claims come in low, where there's more people in the workforce, then you can look at the overall markets to spike up, because that's a bullish indicator of the overall economy.
So I brought up the 1 month chart. If you could bring it up, Brett, on GameStop. So here we go, the sort of double top on GameStop.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And look at this last month, right? I can't, I kind of feel like, I mean, that's really, it's sort of unsaid how it's,
Look, I know you
that's
love
real loss.
You love those guys, though, and what they represent
Sure.
at Wall Street Bets.
Sure.
And I know that if you can track this stock along with AMC, which I guess AMC is getting some good news. New York City's opening up some theaters.
Yeah, let's bring that up real quick.
Look, you're a big proponent of what's going on there.
For sure.
So,
I think people should be able to trade commission-free. I think that one of the things I completely disagree is that Congress is bashing
what they don't understand.
what they don't understand, which is just, they call it free trading or best execution.
Yeah.
The reality is you get to trade for free, and you're talking about tiny little fractions of a penny when it comes to the ability to trade for free for order routing.
Right.
And I found that you get great execution. Citadel does fine.
Yeah.
And you're trading for free. And trust me, if you have to put a commission in there or a tax in there, and you have to, it changes the whole narrative and liquidity.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But I'm a big proponent of this sort of pay for order flow thing. I think it's great. It allows the average person to be able to trade and not have that overhead cost.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to give me like, oh, I bought 100 shares and I could have got it for a fraction of a penny better. It's nonsense.
Right. Yes.
And there's a congressman out there bashing Citadel guy saying, "You're not answering my question. Fidelity, if they give the same order versus, they're not the same order."
Yeah.
And Fidelity's buying, they have $1 billion mutual funds. They're buying gigantic positions, and people should watch this interview that was last week on Citadel.
What they're not focusing on, and what I know you're focused on, is the settlement days, T+2 to T+0. That's
sometimes it hits people over the head. I don't understand why Congress just doesn't tell the SEC and everyone to say we're going to go to T0.
Right.
Settle at the end of the day, net settlement at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's going to afford the brokers to have the liquidity problems will be gone. I mean, it'll be just a lot better for everyone. So
it makes no sense to me that if the stock's long in your account,
yes,
or the cash is long in your account, the broker can't use it to settle a trade. They have to send the money to NSCC and then wait 2 days to get it back. And then it makes no sense. I'm being governed at one of the broker dealers I have where I can't trade freely. It's completely stupid.
They're your shares.
They're my shares. I paid for them in full.
Right.
And I can't sell them because the broker has to post collateral to allow me to sell them, because NSC asks for them to post collateral for good delivery on something I already own in my account. I already own it. It makes no sense.
You take your already taxed income and you invest it in this brokerage and you own these stocks. You want to sell the stocks and then pay your capital gains tax again, and you can't do it.
Right.
Nonsense.
Completely stupid.
Yeah. So, what do you think about tomorrow as far as risk on for tomorrow? I mean, what do you think happens?
I guess I'm a little worried. Here's I'll give you what I actually think here, like with pain and all the pain that it has caused me today. Bitcoin pulling back has been good.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think it sets the stage for it to go higher.
Yep.
By the way, if there's any question to you, the public that's watching, I'm long Bitcoin. I'm not telling you to buy it. Don't listen to me. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't run money for other people. I run money for the company I work at and myself. That being said, for full disclosure, I'm long Bitcoin. And I'm a believer that Bitcoin, other things like EV are here for the future, right?
Yeah.
And this is, I probably have told this story before, but I remember saying to someone, why would I ever need a cell phone to pay $1 or $2 a minute when I can just stop at a payphone?
Yeah.
Janet Yellen, I think she was great at the Fed. Bitcoin being an inefficient transfer of value is irrelevant. It's decentralized. Yeah. It's not controlled by the government. That is not the thesis. Nobody wants a digital currency controlled by a government. They want the ability to own the currency themselves and dictate where they send it. But the government's mantra is bad things are happening with it. Sure, people have used it for nefarious things.
Oh, and they don't for the U.S. dollar?
Oh, but nobody goes to the ATM and buys drugs with the money?
Yeah.
The U.S. dollar is not used for nefarious purposes? Come on.
Yeah, it's a joke.
The public can't buy into this part that you hear them say that criminals use Bitcoin. Colombians had billions of dollars worth of U.S. currency.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes no sense, the argument.
It's a joke. It's more about control and power. And, we're not about that here at Risk On. We do take some risk, but that's not one of the risks that we are about. We really want...
If I was the federal government right now, if I was Joe Biden, I'd tell my Treasury Secretary, get long crypto.
Yeah.
Go buy. You're printing trillions of dollars anyways. Put $1 trillion into crypto. Go buy Bitcoin.
Do you even think they have any gold left? I mean, China and India have all the gold.
Go buy it. The U.S. Treasury can buy Bitcoin right now and be long Bitcoin and control their own destiny.
Yeah.
They're giving away $3 trillion now, and they're giving it away to foreign places, to gender studies.
Yep.
I mean, go get long Bitcoin. Elon Musk did.
Yep.
The guy from MicroStrategy's got long Bitcoin.
Yep, huge. So
it's clear that I like Bitcoin, right?
I mean, you're seeing a lot of other. Look at Visa. They're enabling the ability to transact easier with crypto, so Bitcoin. So, yeah. So we're going to continue on with this conversation, for the foreseeable future, just because we love Bitcoin. So.
I think the risk actually is not owning some, personally.
Yeah.
I think it's part of what you own. Like it's a little allocation of what you own.
Yep.
I own some Bitcoin. There's ways to putting Bitcoin away where you can have your wallet stored. I mean, Coinbase is going public. That's a big deal, right?
Absolutely, 50 billion. So
yeah,
it's here to stay. I want to kind of wrap this up. We've come to about 40 minutes in the show now. What do you think?
40 minutes is too long.
No, I mean, do we run out of stuff to talk about?
No, never.
I mean, I don't know about the the viewers, the engagement with the viewers. I mean, maybe we need to consider.
I wouldn't change the things other than I'd cover more stocks, cover more what happened with individual stocks, and not just stocks, but real estate.
Yeah.
The risk on component of that. What's happening with real estate? What's happening with exciting things in financial technology? Fintech stuff.
Yeah.
You come up with these crazy names. What's a crazy name you got for tomorrow?
I mean, we can.
What do you like for tomorrow?
We can do a deeper dive. What do I like? ABIO.
Oh God. What the heck is this?
Let's give this one a look, and then we'll go. Patent news. They got 9 million float, former runner, cardiovascular disease. ABIO. I like this. I like the stonk.
Up to 0.5%. ABIO. Well, the chart looks good.
I like the stonk.
Huh. Let's look at the last month. ABIO. What do they do? Do you have any idea?
They're biotech and cardiovascular disease segment.
You're a technical player, right?
Yeah, both though. I
So
like
you're
swing
a technical
trades,
player,
momentum.
so you don't get really into the details of what the company does, like except for silver.
No, I
Did you
look
bring up the
into
chart
this.
of ABIO? You bring that up? Oh, is it on the chart right now? Sorry about that. That tells you how incompetent I am sometimes.
Look, these biotechs, biotechs, I'm not really much of a technical analysis person because they're driven solely by news. I mean, they really are. They're driven by FDA stuff. They're dealing with, studies. So from that standpoint on biotechs, it's more about timing the news and anticipating that. So,
Arc Biopharma.
Yeah.
Arca Biopharma.
Yeah.
Right. You do find more things I've ever seen.
I like this one.
Any update on Tiger Woods before we go?
No,
not from you. No, he's in surgery right now.
Yeah, he was in surgery, leg surgery.
Huh.
Seen speeding.
Badly injured in car crash. How bad do you think it is?
I think it's pretty bad.
You think?
I hope it's not amputation or anything.
Who's talking amputation?
I mean, leg surgeries,
Maybe
you never
it's just
know.
like maybe he had a cut.
No. That would be my guess. It's not just a cut. You don't operate on a cut. So I'm thinking it's broken bones.
Any other stocks you want to cover?
For tomorrow, let's see what happens with the Bitcoin tickers. They're all beat up. I mean, you might be able to look and do a swing on some of these tickers from Bitcoin, especially Mara and Riot. So keep an eye on those.
Yeah, I'm long Riot. I'm long this QS. What do they call the thing again? QuantumScape.
Yeah, that's a solid state lithium battery. By the
I'm
way.
long your Ebon.
Yeah, that's an ASIC chips play, semiconductor.
Yep, for sure.
Nothing wrong with that. There's a chip shortage.
I got my ass kicked today on that.
We did, but
Yeah.
that's just a short term. That's statistical noise.
You
It's
feel
fine.
sorry for me that I got my ass kicked today?
Yeah, a little bit.
Nah, that's all right.
A little bit. But I know you'll bounce back.
I'm a little somber today. I don't know why.
It's okay.
Let's give away some merch. We'd love to send you some merch. Where are we sending it?
Drop some comments in the bottom.
If you comment below, how many people get to comment and then we give them merch? Like, is 1 or 2 or 3? All right, the top 5 comments, the first 5 comments below get merch.
You get
You're
some
gonna
risk on
Are they
gear.
going to get a shirt?
What are they going to get, Mr.
Are
Producer?
they going to get a shirt?
Shirts? Hat, maybe?
Shirt,
Okay.
hat?
Risk on
A shirt
gear.
and a hat? The first 5 comments below get a shirt and a hat.
All right.
And we'll get their size and everything and send them the good stuff.
Listen, I'm going to try to procure some silver rounds. They're tough to get right now. The premium's high.
30%.
Yeah, I kind of want to get a few of those and maybe give those away. I'm going to work
Right.
on that.
Hey, we appreciate you joining the show. It is a interesting day today.
Very.
Kind of the first hardcore down day you and I've had.
Yes.
This happens all the time. I've ran a Hudgfoot for many years, and I had down days.
You know what's not going to be a down day?
What?
Well, I think this Sunday will be a really good day.
Yes, 10 o'clock Sunday.
Yes.
Patriot Network.
KEIB AM 1150.
Orange County, Los Angeles, 1150.
Yeah, please.
The show's going to be on. Those of you who like our show, you can listen to the radio.
Yep.
What do you think of that?
I think it's awesome.
Some people like us, some people don't. How many people like us, you think?
I think it's probably 70-30.
30% think this is such a boring show.
Yeah, 70-30. I think maybe out of the 30, 10% still want to give us a chance.
The most important thing is if you comment below and you have a question, we're going to answer it on air, right? Yes, it's true. I did see the question. I am overweight. But Jason, a former professional baseball player, minor leaguer, but got paid for baseball.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the 23rd, right, of February?
Yeah.
Skylar, you bored over there? It was a boring day today? You're sad the market was down too? I'm not sad.
Skylar's weed stocks were all down.
Oh. Do you own any weed stocks, Skylar?
Oh.
Hey, it's February 23rd. This is Todd, Ault, and Jason Bartholomew. We'll see you tomorrow.